The Grand Dunman is an upcoming development next to the Dakota MRT station, and there's just so much hype going on around this development right now. But is it really worth the hype? Let's find out in this video today. Hi, this is Danny here and welcome back to my channel. There are so many new launches in 2023, but is Grand Dunman really worth the hype? So the Grand Dunman is located right next to the Dakota MRT station. I would say about 3 minutes walking distance. And on the opposite side, we have the very famous Old Airport Road Hawker Centre. And also just beside it, we have the Sheng Siong Supermarket, Fair Price Supermarket, which are both within like 5 minutes walking distance. And a little bit further down, we have the Kallang Estate Wet Market. So it is really in a place where the convenience is all around. We also have this primary school called Kong Hwa, which is one of the top primary schools in Singapore. And Dakota itself is very near the city. It's only a few stops into the CBD. So in the future, in this Dakota region, there will also be a new road linking up north to Paya Lebar directly. So that will really increase the access of going to Paya Lebar from Grand Dunman. So currently we have to drive towards the Tanjong Katong Road and make a left turn up to Paya Lebar. But with this new road in place, it will just be one road straight up and you'll be hitting to Paya Lebar maybe within like 2-3 minutes drive. The Grand Dunman is also located beside a park connector which will link you directly to Singapore Stadium and also to Singapore Flyer. So from the side gate of the Grand Dunman, you can actually jog to Singapore Flyer. I think that's about 3 to 4 km only. Also just about 1 km away, you have your open air McDonald's, which is very famous with a lot of the locals here, and KFC and a very huge Decathlon and your Kallang Leisure Mall. It's all very near to Grand Dunman. And Dakota MRT itself is also very convenient. It is only one stop to Paya Lebar MRT station, which there is 3 shopping malls there, Paya Lebar Square, PLQ and Singpost Building. And it is also just 2 stops to Kallang MRT and Kallang Leisure Mall, and just 6 stops to Marina Bay and Marina Bay Financial Centre, and of course the whole CBD. And come 2026, the Circle Line will be completed and Dakota MRT station will be directly linked to places like Harbourfront and One North Business Park. So location itself, Grand Dunman is in a very convenient and city fringe location. It is also not very far from famous eateries in Geylang and or even to the Katong district. It's just like 2-3 km to both sides, both orientation. So really you're getting the best of both worlds, the eastern convenience and also the CBD and city convenience. So out of all the new launches in 2023, there isn't really much development that is right next to MRT station, hawker centre, supermarket and also city fringe, and also within 1 km to a good primary school. So Grand Dunman really tick all of these boxes, and I think this is the reason why for location Grand Dunman is a very rare to come by development in Singapore. Now let's move on to the development design on why I think that Grand Dunman is going to be very unique. So if you look at the development itself, it's a mega development of 1008 units with 5 shop below. So the views from the units at Grand Dunman will also be fantastic because all the southern views from Grand Dunman are all landed houses of 2 to 3 story. So if you buy up from like level 5 onwards, for the southern views, you're going to enjoy a total unblocked view all the way, and you can even see a little bit of the sea. This is the kind of view that's very hard to come by. If we look at developments like Continuum, which is a nearby development, or Tembusu Grand, we only have very selected few stacks that enjoy a very far wide view. But in Grand Dunman, you can see a lot of the units here. I would say more than 50% of the units here will have total unblocked view. If I have to think of a similar development recently as in like a few years ago, 2-3 years ago, would be Sterling Residence, which is next to Queenstown MRT station, and also the development is facing some of the units are almost half of the units in Sterling Residence are also facing towards the landed houses, and the view from there is really fantastic. And that will really make a huge difference when you want to sell it back in the future or when you want to find tenants. And Grand Dunman has this feature as well, which is very, very unique and very hard to come by. So there will be a total of 7 blocks in Grand Dunman. One of them is called the Grand Block, and it will have the golden facade design, and the other 6 blocks are called luxury blocks, and they will have the silver design from the facade. So there will be a main pool in the center, which is about 50-meter lap pool, and the key feature of the Grand Dunman is your Jewel Clubhouse, which is on along the Dunman Road near the Dakota MRT station. So the Jewel Clubhouse will be a 3-story clubhouse with function rooms on level 2 and level 3. And level 1, you have 5 retail shops that are open to public. And beside the Jewel Clubhouse, we have the tennis court. And this whole design is actually like seamlessly connected to the grand entrance, grand drop-off point. Yep. So there will be a total of 3 basement car parks. So once you come in from the main entrance on Dunman Road, you will go down, pass by the grand entrance, and you will go down to the basement car park. So for car park, there's a 1:1 ratio to residential units. So there will be a total of 1008 car parks. So even though developers don't have to give a 1:1 ratio, they are very generous and they went ahead to give the car park to the fullest ratio. So there are also side gates linking you to the park connector here towards along the Geylang River and also towards the southern side. So it's really going to be very convenient for people who like to exercise. You know, just open up the side gate and you can jog to Singapore Stadium and Singapore Flyer. Maybe that will be like 4 km jog. So the developer for Grand Dunman will be Singhai and CSC Group. So earlier this year, BCA actually launched this thing called Conquest Banding to rate the construction quality of developers. And the developer for Grand Dunman, Singhai, they actually got Conquest banding of number 1, which is the top banding, the best banding available. So I think you can be assured of the quality the Grand Dunman will deliver upon TOP. Singhai is a relatively new developer, but they have a very fast growing portfolio. They are currently developing Park Clementis, and they will be developing the en bloc of the Peace Centre and Peace Mansion, and also Park View Mansion, which is at the lakeside area. They have completed Gazania and Lilium. I've personally visited Gazania and Lilium after TOP, and I have to say there's really not many defects in the development. Okay, so now let's look into the unit mix in the Grand Dunman. You can see there are 1 bedder to 5 bedder, and we are also seeing dual keys for 2 bedroom dual keys and 3 bedroom dual keys, which is very unique, also very hard to come by, especially 2 bedroom dual key. We hardly see 2 bedroom dual keys these days. So all of the layouts in Grand Dunman are very efficiently designed. You know, they are all very squarish and very rectangular-ish. There's very little wastage of space, very little odd-shaped layouts. I think almost no odd-shaped layouts in Grand Dunman. Most of the bedrooms in Grand Dunman are also huge, you know. All of them comes with 9 square meter. So yeah, 1 bedder will start from about 452 square feet and 2 bedder will start from 667 square feet. So I have the full floor plan layout available. I'll put the link to view the floor plan directly here, so you don't have to like fill up any form or message any agent. You just click on the link and you can see the whole floor plan. So I'll put a link in the video description down below. So this wraps up the unique features of the development design in Grand Dunman and how it stands out from the competition of the nearby developments. So in summary, you know, it's a mega development with a lot of units. That's number 1. Number 2, most of the units have unblocked views, so that's also very good. Number 3, the layouts are very rectangular, very squarish, and very efficiently designed. And the developer itself has Conquest Band 1 in the construction quality, so the investors can be assured of the quality of the TOP. So the third reason why I think Grand Dunman is going to be a very good buy is because of the entry price. The land price for Grand Dunman was at 1350 per square foot per plot ratio. If you watch my previous video, I estimated the Grand Dunman to launch about 2480 per square foot, and Tembusu Grand to launch at 2004, and Continuum to launch at 2680 per square foot. Since then, Tembusu Grand and Continuum has already launched, and average per square foot for Tembusu Grand is at 2465, and the average per square foot for Continuum is at 2732, so which is a little bit higher than my estimation. So how much will Grand Dunman be launching at? If you ask me to estimate, I'll be estimating about 2005. Right, 2480, 2005. So we're estimating Grand Dunman to launch about 2005 per square foot. But I just went to the very early Showflat viewing invited by developer, and they actually mentioned that the entry price in terms of PSF for the lowest PSF could actually start from maybe, don't quote me, but maybe it could start from 2-3 something per square foot. But these are likely the very big units. So if the Grand Dunman average per square foot is going to be below 2.5, then it will be really a very attractive development, much more attractive than the competition nearby. Also, the Grand Dunman is in the RCR zoning, which is in the Dakota area. But when we look at the RCR zoning, this whole red color area is RCR, right? So even though it is in RCR, it is very, very close to the city area, which is your CCR. So when we look at the pricing when we consider this proximity to CCR as a factor, we can see that Grand Dunman will actually be very attractive. RCR new launches pricing. This is a chart showing RCR new launches pricing. You can see RCR new launches are going for 2329 to 3537 per square foot. Out of this, Mori is in Geylang, is a boutique development, so that's the one having the lowest per square foot at 2329. But the other developments, when we look at Tembusu Grand, the landmark continuum, they're all at 25, 26 per square foot. So if Grand Dunman is launching at, let's say, 25 or like a high 24, I honestly think it's going to be a much better buy because it is right next to MRT, right next to supermarket, hawker center, good school. So that it is really a very attractive development when we consider all that. So this is a chart showing RCR price trend, including new launches and resale condos. So you can see average RCR price is at 2336, and this is considering resale as well. So if we have a new launch next to MRT, a brand new one coming at 2425, which is the Grand Dunman, then I think that will be a very good buy. And when we look at CCR price chart for condos and apartments, including resale, you can see the CCR pricing average at about 2668 per square foot. So at 2425, and considering we are very near to city fringe, I think about 24 would be a very attractive entry price for Grand Dunman. As of now, there's no official pricing out yet. We can only estimate based on land price or what we hear from the developer during the soft launch, preview launch. So Grand Dunman, if it is going at 2450 to 2650 per square foot, we can see this is the price of the different unit types. The smaller units will maybe lie, the per square foot will lie closer to the high quantum, right? And the bigger units, the per square foot, the pricing will lie closer to the low column. So we can expect one beta to start from about 1.1 mil to 1.2 mil, and two beta from 1.6 to maybe like 1.8, 1.9. 3 beta will most likely start from 2.2, 2.3 mil range, and so on. So now let's compare to resale. So nearby we have this condo called Waterbank. It is also a very similar development with 600 units, so it's a pretty good size development. It's a 99-year development, TOP about 10 years ago. So when we look at the transactions in Waterbank, we can see that even though it's a resale that is a little bit old already, the quantum of the unit types are not too much different from Grand Dunman. So when we look at the 1 beta at Waterbank, they are asking about 1 mil, 2 betas are asking about 1.3 mil, 3 beta asking about 2.6 mil. So even though some of these sizes are a little bit bigger compared to Grand Dunman, but when you look at the quantum itself, the quantum entry price of the resale unit and new launch here is almost the same. And this is the rental transactions in Waterbank at the quota. You can see 1 beta are going for about 3.8 to 4.1k, 2 beta about 3.8 to 5k, 3 beta 4.7 to 6.9k, 4 beta about 8k. And there's a very healthy rental transaction and volumes in Waterbank. So I would say Grand Dunman will be really going to be a high demand for rental as well. So for people buying for investment, you can be assured that there's a very strong demand in this area. So when we look at which unit type should you go for in Grand Dunman, and so we can look at this demand and supply analysis. You can see that the demand for 2 and 3 beta are very high and the supply for 2 and 3 beta are very low in the whole district 15. So by looking at this chart, if you're thinking about investing into either 2 beta or 1 beta, I would say definitely go in for 2 beta if you have the budget for it. If you're considering between 3 and 4 beta for investment, I would say go in for a 3 beta for investment because there's a very high demand there and very low supply in the whole district 15. So that's it for me from today. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you have more questions, feel free to ask me or DM me. I'll also put up the link for one-click WhatsApp link to me. So the Showflat will be available for viewing from 1st of July for early VVIP preview. So if you would like to see the Showflat, also keep in touch with me and I'll keep you updated on the analysis. I'm also offering complimentary property financial consultations if you want to know whether you can afford it or should you afford it, So I'll give you a very thorough and balanced viewpoint on whether you should invest into a property or should you just go for BTO or EC, because there are so many options, and this is a totally free and complimentary service from me. So thanks again, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and do consider subscribing to the video because that will really give me a lot of motivation to keep doing the video in the future. Take care guys, bye bye.